It's a Black Friday night in a digital town. Snow's on the rooftops, but the prices are down. We're decking the halls with barcodes and cheer, and the season of savings is finally here. So pour me a mug of hot cocoa delight, while the POS hums through the long winter night. Inventory's tidy, every cereal's clear. Core's got us ready, the rush near.
Check those counts, make sure they're right.
Sync your stock by the glow of the screen so bright.
Set those promos, schedule a deal.
Bundles trimmed with holiday zeal. No map mistakes, keep compliance tight. From the bound book ready to the 4-4 to 7-3 right. Nix online and the scanners sing. Hear those sleigh bells of checkout ring. The website's fast, mobile, smooth as silk. Test orders flow like warm Christmas milk. From Baptist pickup to shipping afar, every order shines like a North Star. Greeters smile, the registers glow. Queues move steady as soft white snow. Printers hum and the labels play. Another happy customer on their sleigh.
Wi-Fi strong and terminals bright.
EMV ready, approvals tight.
Staff well trained, rolls all set.
This'll be the best Black Friday yet. And when the rush fades into December's tune, we'll pull those reports by the silver moon. Top sellers crowned, slow movers retire. Margins glowing like a Yule log fire. So here's to retailers far and wide with Core. Wear magic as your guide from Cyber Monday to Christmas morn. Success wrapped up and neatly adorned.
Have yourself a smooth sail season. Let your system shine with reason.
And may every scan be true. A Merry Black Friday to you.
Welcome, everybody.
I was going to buy Humbug, but it looks like the Grinch is in our chat already.
Guys, thank you so much for being here. Who is the Grinch? I'm not seeing the chat. Oh, Grinch. How you doing, Grinch?
And I guess
hey guys,
that's not.
I'm trying to get started so we can all
that feels like a Tony compliance right there.
And you guys are literally just holding us up. Man, Colt, you're the one that's usually ready to get out of here. I'm just, my mind's blown right now. I'm confused. No, seriously, welcome everybody. We wanted to do a really quick checklist for you guys because we know that this is our Super Bowl, right? Black Friday, Cyber Monday. That literally is our Super Bowl. A lot of things should have been done by now. And if you haven't, maybe we can give you some pointers on how to rescue maybe your Black Friday. You may have been busy up until this point, but whatever the case, we've got the two masterminds of Core Store and Core Force here that are just going to be dropping some simple tips and tricks on maybe things to keep an eye on. Maybe, you know, obviously this is not going to be massive projects. So if you guys haven't done anything now, don't reach out to Colt and say, hey, Colt, we want to make our entire website Christmas themed. It's too late, guys. We need to just worry about what's right in front of us now. So
it's still November.
I'm going to go change hats. I forgot my work hat and I just wanted to do something semi-festive, and this is cold weather. And it is kind of cold here, but I've got to go put on Chief Wahoo now and represent my tribe.
Was it full?
Say again?
Was it full?
Was it full?
Yeah.
What?
Your hat. Looks like Cousin Eddie.
The hat is full. Oh. Shitter's full.
There you go. Oh, goodness.
Oh, thanks, Ed. We'll see you soon.
I hope he knows his mic's still on.
I'm not going to go off.
Oh,
I prefer the other hat.
How are we going to start, Okie? Because you and I had talked about doing this, and we didn't want to leave everybody hanging. So
Yeah, I
What are-
think the real big thing is, this is more of a general getting ready checklist for the holidays for retail in general. Um, as Joel was saying, it's kind of late in the game, but we still have 2 days left. I know tomorrow's a holiday, but there are some things that you should be prepared for just in general. And I think this can really help the day just move more efficiently. The first thing I wanted to talk about is inventory readiness, just in general. I know we've had webinars, getting your ordering up to date for the products you want to carry, your replenishments set up, but some things that I really would like to hit on as far as inventory readiness, especially with serial numbers. You want to make sure that your serial numbers are entered and acquired into CoreStore. You'll also, you'll want to make sure that anything that is attached to a layaway or another customer's order is not on your shelves for sale. Reason being is you don't want someone coming up and, taking a look at that product, really wanting this one, but it's already allocated to someone else. Well, in that case, you can, do a special order for them. But the big thing with having your serial numbers ready is, so when I come up to the checkout, I don't have to sit there and wait for you to acquire it. It's already in the system. It's already been acquired. And obviously to maintain compliancy, that should be being done regularly. The other thing is, we talked about having your replenishment levels set and established. Probably too short a notice now to get an order in and get it here by Black Friday. But you want to make sure your high selling items are obviously replenished, fully in stock. Any kind of your bottom selling items, personally, what I would suggest, and maybe you guys have a suggestion on this, maybe, when you go into the gas station and they have a bargain bin or, those little right by the checkout, grab those, move those high or those low selling items right there, put them in front of people, get them moving. And really the other big thing as far as having your inventory ready, if you are selling your inventory from your store online, make sure that it's set up correctly. Make sure you have it linked to an e-commerce, your e-commerce categories mapped. Make sure it's ready for e-commerce in CoreStore, so it's pushed up and the quantities are reflecting correctly. That's what I have for the inventory readiness side. I didn't know if you guys, in your experience, is there any other suggestions you have for just having inventory prepared?
Okay.
No. Yes.
Make a list and check it twice.
There you go. Hey, I do want everybody, because Oki, you just dropped a gem, and I don't think people realize that because we're a technology company and we're trying to do things with ones and zeros, right? Mm-hmm. And you dropped probably the most important thing. If nobody's prepared for Black Friday right now, right? You haven't done anything, or you've done the bare minimum. What he just said about impulse buys, like you can move a ton of product just by moving stuff closer to the register. Like I understand that all of you retailers out there, you're thinking big picture, right? You're thinking strategically. This is the most tactical thing that you could ever do, is move product, right, that people buy on impulse close to the register. That's huge. And I know that you just kind of brushed over it, Oki, but I think it's little things like that. The only thing you have to do is just go move something from one part of the floor to the other part of the floor. I mean, it's that easy. So really walk in. I would do like a game day walkthrough, maybe before you're done today, if you're not working tomorrow, or show up maybe an hour early and just walk the floor like you're a customer, right? And look around and say, what is going to catch my eye? You see what I'm saying? So, that's really handling physical inventory, not online, not in CoreStore, anything like that. Just looking at your physical store can go a long way in rescuing you if you haven't prepared for Black Friday. So I'm going to shut up now, but those little things, Oki, that we brush over, they're huge because literally they're hands-on. Like nobody has to get online. Nobody has to reach out for help. Nobody has to call anybody. It's literally, I'm going to move this from here to here and watch it just disappear. Hey, did you hear that? Poet and didn't know it.
I run into that all the time, so that's why it popped into mind. I go into the gas station, they'll get me with a dang Snickers bar right at the front because I don't want to walk all the way back over to the other side anyways. So it's right there. You know, really that's how we all have to think as far as, you know, it's not always about the software and the tools, even though that's what we provide. Just, you know, you think of when you walk into Walmart, you have a greeter there. Now, maybe you guys put a greeter in your store and right there, you're already helping direct traffic and keeping the line flow. So there are just a bunch of little things you can do. Colt, do you have any suggestions for inventory readiness? I mean, I know I just kind of glossed over it. I'm under the assumption if your inventory counts are not done, you're probably not going to count them tonight and tomorrow because of the holiday. That's something you probably should have done previously, as we discussed a few webinars ago. But I guess before I go over to you, kind of just roll that into pricing and promotions too, since they do go together. Once again, you know, since it falls under inventory, make sure your discounts and your pricing and promotion rules are set up, you know, today, tomorrow, earlier. I would run through and test them and make sure you're getting the desired results too. So you don't have a customer come up and you were doing 10% off of this, but now they're for some reason getting 20% off, or you have a free qualifying item that they're getting that you didn't mean to. So verify your promotions. Make sure, you know, if you're selling online, that you are following any MAP holidays or MAP rules that are established too. So those are some pretty big things for me as far as the inventory side.
You definitely don't want to sell a Barrett for $2,000.
No.
If you do want to sell a
If you
Barrett for
do.
$2,000, reach out to me. I'll take 5 of them.
No, I think you pretty much covered everything on that. Hey, I do need to step away just for a minute. My wife just came home with groceries, so I need to go help her unload. But I'll be right back. Give me just 2
Your
minutes.
job's not important to you. You think your family's more important than your job? Are you
family
serious?
Just a little bit, yeah.
Yeah.
We'll be waiting.
I'll be right back.
We'll be waiting.
Well,
Hey, Okie, did you ever see the episode of The Office where Pam's ex comes up and they go out and they talk? They were doing a meeting with Michael, right, in the office.
oh yeah.
And they leave and they come back minutes later and Michael says, "Okay, now we can get back to it." And she's like, "You waited for me." So when he comes back, we just need to be quiet and say, "Okay, we can start again."
Okay.
I'm just joking. Hey, so anybody out there, if you guys have any ideas, you know, our viewers, if you've got any ideas of things that have worked for you, that has worked for you in the past, drop that in the comments, right? Just if you've said, "Hey, you know what? This particular product does really well in my area. Maybe you guys can try it," you know, and literally it's all about moving physical inventory in your store right now, right? If you haven't done anything else. And it can go a long way into making your Black Friday one for the ages. But go ahead, Okie. I didn't mean to interrupt you.
Oh, you're never interrupting. I love listening to you talk anyways. So my big thing too, you know, some other things you want to kind of keep an eye on. I know this comes one time a year, and I know most of the time employees are familiar with the system. They've been around, but a lot of times we hire seasonal help too. Make sure your users using the software, you know, are trained on how to handle a discount, are trained on how to scan serial numbers, how to use the actual hardware, and, you know, the correct fulfillment workflow for your business too. You know, the last thing you want to do is slow down your line of customers because someone doesn't know which barcode on a firearm box to scan for the serial number when you have the model and the serial number barcode there. So, you know, I would make sure that your staff has the correct training for their role as far as processing the sales. You know, your gun counter, you know, they understand their role too, which I'm sure you're not throwing anyone new into the gun counter coming up here. So, the other thing is that I've seen, and I kind of hit on this just a little bit ago, having specific roles for peak hours. You know, you may have your greeter, you may have your cashiers, your fulfillment, but having established break times and maybe you want to go ahead and I can't think of the right word right now, circulate the job roles, change job roles throughout the day to keep it fresh and keep everyone interested. It is going to be, it's a long day for everyone. It's a lot of hours, hard work, a lot of people. So just kind of, keeping the momentum going and making sure everyone is getting their needed rest during the day too. So no one gets burnt out. I mean, the last thing you want to do is be super burnt out with the long shopping season coming up too.
So I would like to say something because I can tell you as a man of great, I take up a lot of space, obviously, because I like to eat. One of my most memorable times in the service, we were in Afghanistan, and we were probably 3 or 4 days in, and there was this mud hut that was, probably 300 or 400 yards from where we were. And we finally got the opportunity to just go explore. We found a little baggie. No, DEA, not that. We found a little baggie of garlic, right? Like chopped up, minced garlic, a seasoning. Dude, you talk about freaking a morale booster, right? Because those MREs, they're so bland. But you have a little bit of garlic. So I said that to say this. Chow is a huge motivational thing, right? When you're slugging along throughout the day, if you've got your break room packed with some wings, maybe some sliders, just have something that people can just peck on all day long. I'm telling you, it will keep everybody's motivation high, and you want them motivated because you want them smiling at the people that have the money that you want. So
throw them some spiffs too. Throw them some spiffs.
What would you suggest? Have you seen anything, Okie, in your past where a really good spiff to maybe run on Black Friday in a firearms retail shop?
Oh, I really don't know because of the margins, but from my experience, when I worked retail, we would get 3% of anything we sold between certain hours, is what we would do. So between this time and this time, we're going to give you 3% on, apparel. Between this time and this time, so you can split that up too. Give your different departments. You can run it, system wide for everyone, or maybe just make it even better. Give your top salesman and their family a gift. I mean, you could do something like that, more personable too. There are some different things you can do to help boost morale and just keep everyone motivated during the day.
Okay, I like what you said about that 3% on, because obviously if you're running a Black Friday sale, that's why people are coming in. If you're running a Black Friday sale, you're probably not going to make a whole lot on those items that you have for sale. So if you incentivize your people pushing those other items in conjunction with your sales, you're going to see the margins really don't matter then, because obviously you may be losing a little on that Black Friday deal, or you're not making a whole lot. But if you incentivize other items for your people to push, then that goes a long way, man. Yeah.
And they don't, like you said too, and I like that you hit on that. They don't even have to be part of your regular promotion. It's just an add-on upsell, so you're still making a better margin on it because now you're not doing 25% off, 30% off, whatever your Black Friday special is. One thing that I did kind of was hoping Colt would be here to hit on, but I'll hit on it anyways for everyone.
Say his name and he appears.
Now we can continue. One thing I did want to hit on though, just with the website and online prep, because we hit on it in another webinar, was making sure your banners are working correctly. If you guys did any kind of discount banners or promotional banners, or maybe they go directly to a certain brand, make sure your links are working on your website before Black Friday, Cyber Monday. I would also, double test, make sure your top selling items or your items that are moving are displaying on your website. They are set up correctly. You can easily find them from your search results. And I'd probably, to me, review your primary categories in general, your firearms, your ammunition, stuff that you are going to be selling a lot of on Black Friday, both in store and online. Just make sure that they are established correctly in both systems at the end of the day.
Yeah, I think one good thing. Can you hear me okay?
Yes, I can.
I think one thing that is from the website standpoint that a lot of people kind of tend to forget about is usually they just set their website up and set it, forget it, and just expect it to roll in sales. But if you're doing email blasts and stuff like that, that's bringing people to your your homepage or something like that. Freshen it up a little bit. Take those new products that have been sitting there for 5 months and edit them, and add some new stuff in there, or the hot items, whatever kind of tags you have set up. Go through those, change those out and everything, give it a little uplift, add some new banners, that kind of thing. Just so that when people go to your site, they can see, oh yeah, they're they have a Christmas banner that's promoting a sale. Maybe it's not a Black Friday sale, but it's something coming up for Christmas. Just a little nice touch, something simple.
Absolutely. My biggest thing, and I don't think a lot of people even do this beforehand. Like my really biggest thing, because we do work in the software industry and the hardware industry. Make sure your hardware is working properly. Test your barcode scanners, test your credit card terminals, your receipt printers. Make sure all your stations are set up and functioning before Thursday. I know a lot of people bring in some pop-up stations when the holidays and events come around. So you want to make sure you have that configured and ready to go. I would do it today, because you're going to be busy tomorrow. That way you can verify your receipts are printing, barcodes are scanning, your labels work. That's really, really big for me. And also your permissions, your employee permissions. If you have maybe any new managers, any new staff, you want to make sure they have the correct permissions in the software, so they don't get halted up during the day where they can't add a discount to a sale or process a sale in general. So confirm your hardware, confirm your software permissions. Those will be really big for you guys here too before Friday.
I would venture to say have a backup plan to your backup plan. Because what can go wrong will go wrong, as we've seen just in the past month with Azure going down, Microsoft, Amazon going down. Mm-hmm. Those kind of things can happen. Who's to say your internet don't mess up or something like that? First and foremost, all of your cash registers should be hardwired in if you can.
I was going to hit on not using Wi-Fi for sure, because
the Wi-Fi should be the Wi-Fi should be your backup plan. If something's going wrong with your cable or something, or make sure you have backup cables that you can plug in, because cables do short out sometimes at the most inopportune times. Have power backup plans, where you can run, if you lose power, what could you do? Could you set up a hotspot for on your phone or something like that? Have battery backup power or something like that. Those kind of things, worst case scenario, obviously, but just so that when something does happen, because Murphy's Law, something's going to go wrong, you're prepared for it, as much as you possibly can be. And you're not just sitting there waiting.
Well, 90% of our customers are probably preppers anyways, just in general.
Yeah, exactly.
And that's one thing that I always do. My phone does have a hotspot. Half the time when I go to shows, my phone works better than the Wi-Fi that's available. So yeah,
Mm-hmm.
make sure you have a good hotspot for backup. Really, other things that you should be aware of. Make sure your store hours are updated. Pickup instructions, policies. Make sure that's updated on your Google Business page for your store hours. In general, make sure your customers can see your store policies on gift returns, on regular returns, if all sales are final. Whatever will alleviate the headaches for you, so you don't have to spend your time with a customer who wants to do a return if you don't offer returns. So there's things like that to just help make the day run smoothly. Another suggestion I have, and this is something that everyone should be doing, encourage your employees to ask for Google reviews for the service, throughout the day too. It's going to be a high traffic day. You're going to have a lot of opportunities to help boost that local presence, basically, and your online presence. So I think that, customer service and communication is a big key for everyone on Black Friday, Cyber Monday, all the time, but holidays more so.
Hey, so anybody out there in the chats, you guys have any ideas? Have you done anything in the past that's worked for you really well? Have you done something? I'm looking for like out in left field. Like I never thought this would have worked, but it absolutely does. We just put bubble gum right next to the ammo, or we put I don't know, some gloves next to the rifles, or I mean, it could just be so far out there, and you're like, I have no idea why this did so well, but it did, and maybe you guys can try.
I think that's a good thing. Kind of following up to that is after you have your sale day and everything, while everything's so fresh in your mind, recap like things that worked, things that went wrong, that kind of thing, so that you can prepare for the next year or the next day, big sales event type of day as well. Just kind of following up, say, hey, this worked really well. I'm not sure why, but we'll do it again next year, because next year rolls around, you're going to try and remember. And, I do this at SHOT Show, times trying to prepare for it and everything. It's like, what did we do? What did we do last time? So it's always good to kind of have that huddle, afterwards, and kind of regroup. Okay, this worked well. This didn't work well. This was terrible. What we're going to do next time, and just make some notes that you can keep stored somewhere.
Right.
Absolutely. My memory is like this, once it's done, it's probably done. So yeah, write that down. We're always learning. We're always learning what works for us, what doesn't. And, Colt, I mean, it may not work next year either too. So, I mean, there's always the chance that the same thing, the special, we have to stay up to speed with the, current trends too. I mean, you can always use AI to help you see what current trends are inside the brick and mortar for specials in our industry. So, the other thing, like really the last thing I have on my list is, and it kind of ties in with what you had, Colt, is your post-event strategy. I mean, write down what works. But you also, at the end of this, you want to reveal your sales report, see if, your top sellers changed, if your worst sellers changed. And also, this gives you the opportunity to get ahead of the Christmas rush that'll be coming up too in December. So you'll want to be able to restock those products and have, just have the right inventory on hand that is moving.
Hey, and Oki, you did mention AI, and I'm like an AI evangelist. I can't help it, y'all. It's just such a powerful tool. So what I'm going to do is I'm sharing a link to our Retail Mastery series. It's all 6 episodes. Sorry, my bottle fell. It's all six episodes of this. And then I'm going to follow it with a prompt that you guys can use that should give you some really good nuggets for the 24 hours leading up to Black Friday. So all you got to do is copy and paste this prompt into this custom GPT that's covering all this. And then obviously, if you guys have been using ChatGPT for your business, it already has all of that knowledge of everything that you've been doing. So anything that you've talked to that bot about, it's going to know. So when you open this custom GPT in your ChatGPT, it's going to be able to combine all that knowledge and really go through it really fast and give you some hopefully good ideas. Don't take everything very literally, because it is a bot. And one day they will turn on us. So
I think I'm back.
You were never gone.
Oh, I unplugged my dock, so I think it unplugged the hard wire and switched to Wi-Fi, so I kind of froze. Did you guys see Caleb's?
That's a good thing you had a backup.
Yeah. Hey, did you see Caleb's message about his knives?
Yeah, that's pretty good. Oh wow, there's so much going on. Why is there so many messages falling in?
I'm sorry. I dropped the prompt. I'm sorry.
Yeah, Caleb said, I order knives months in advance, set them aside just for BF. I got a bunch of lockbacks for $250. I sell them at $349 with free engraving on them for gifts.
What?
Beautiful.
That's a huge margin.
Awesome. That's huge. That is freaking huge, man. And that's worked for you, Caleb? Obviously it has. That's why you shared.
And David's going to try it out over at Tree of Liberty Defense too. So
that's awesome, man.
Yeah. And
anybody else? Go
I
ahead.
always
I'm
forget
sorry.
that too. Like most of our shops have these engraving tools and all these other machinery at their disposal too. So, I mean, yeah, definitely use what you have.
Right. That's really cool, Caleb. That's thinking outside the box. Hey, and also, be thinking about Black Friday all year long. Obviously, that's what Caleb's doing. That is probably the biggest secret of all, is just be on the lookout for things that you can pick up like that for really, really inexpensive. I'm sorry, I'm reading. Blue Ridge Knives is one of the better places to get knives from. So,
Nice.
anybody want to remember that? But I would really try use that GPT that I shared there, because that's everything that Greg covered. It's just having to do with retail, but we all know that Black Friday is just retail on steroids, right? So really, use that tool, see if there's anything that you're forgetting. Again, out in left field ideas. Like, I don't care how insane it sounds. I want to know. Just tell me what I can do, to really maximize this Black Friday. What else do we have? We're only 30 minutes into this, y'all. Y'all are you puttering out right now?
I ate too much turkey already.
Did you really?
No, not yet. I haven't even looked at one.
Hey, so since we're in the middle of this, maybe we may go a little bit longer. What, Okie, tell us what you're doing tomorrow for Thanksgiving. Just maybe a 1-minute synopsis. Oh, wow. Was that a bad question?
Normally, I would be getting ready to go hunting, but I'm not doing that this year. I am just going to go up and visit my grandparents. My daughter's in town from Houston, so we'll head up to my grandparents for lunch and then over to my mom's tomorrow night for just like board games and snack foods and stuff like that.
Oh, that's cool. That's really cool. Oh, and I will say this. I'm sorry, Okie. I should have led off with this because it is kind of a huge deal. Cowboys didn't suck this week.
Oh, and I was going to say, your Chiefs are getting their butts kicked tomorrow. Let's go.
Oh, I didn't even think about that. Oh, there's going to be some trash talking all day tomorrow. I guarantee you.
I'll get on the phone with you. We'll watch it together.
Cowboys and Indians, baby. That's what I'm talking about.
Wow.
Colt, right? What are you doing?
So tomorrow for lunch, we're going down to my wife's extended family's house to have lunch, and we'll be down there for a bit, and then we're coming back up, 2-hour car ride there and 2 hours back, and coming back to celebrate with my family. Yeah, all in one day.
Oh, well, that's fun. As a person that drives everywhere for all of our shows, I can tell you that is a lot of fun. Have fun with that.
Yeah, two kids under 5 in the car for 2 hours there and 2 hours back. Hopefully they sleep most of the time. So
duct tape and NyQuil. I'm so joking, y'all. I'm so joking. I'm sorry. Hey, Dave had something here. What did Dave say?
Yeah, collect data to remarket new customers. No one gets out without giving up an email address and phone number.
Yes.
Inside a core store, there is a setting to require a customer email address to be collected. So, and we know online that they have to have an email address to create an account, unless you do guest checkout, I guess. So,
and what you could do, I'm sorry, what you could do as well is, create a QR code that takes them to a form, right? So that you can capture that, because not everybody that walks in your shop maybe will buy, right? Or you may run out of your specials. So if you just market that as, hey, we're going to be doing some drawings from now till Christmas, right? Maybe do some giveaways or, 20% off on one item or whatever it is, to get them to scan that code, and you're forever in their little device. So there's a lot of ways that you can capture those emails that require you guys to do nothing but point at a QR code and entice people to scan that thing because they could win something. So yeah, Dave, you're right. No one leaves without giving up their email or phone number. Like, just close the door and just hold them hostage until they give it to you. that is not really good advice. You know, could ruin your Christmas, but
Well, they probably do have those safety bars for the windows and doors too. They could probably just drop those, keep them in
there
there.
you go. Just keep them in.
Caleb said music choice helps a lot. Smells too. Think of the big box stores and how they do that. Just the atmosphere in general is always really good for clients just to have something familiar.
I'm telling you guys that you're right, and I don't mean to jump in, but it's like I've been saying this, especially with all the AI tools that you have. You can literally go create custom music, and you take kids back, or you take grown-ups back to their childhood with those old Christmas songs, you know, chestnuts roasting over an open fire, you know, all those things. They do something to us psychologically, and it just makes us feel a little bit looser, you know, like, man, this is where I want to be, you know. And I didn't even think about smells. That's freaking brilliant, right? If you guys are doing hot chocolate or even coffee, just have coffee smells wafting across the store. That
Cinnamon
just
sticks.
Cinnamon sticks. You're right. You're right. All that stuff, man. That's really, Caleb, that is freaking brilliant for real. What else?
Oh, wow.
Yeah. Yeah.
I never realized that.
Yeah. Yep. You must stay in the nice hotels.
I was gonna say
all mine smell nasty. I'm joking. I'm joking.
They've smoked.
I actually
cigarettes in bed
saw
and-
something. I actually saw something the other day talking about Disney World and where Walt Disney wanted to control everything for his people walking in, with down from, you know, having one entrance. He said, you know, a lot of the other theme parks and everything had multiple entrances and everything. You know, he funneled everybody to make everybody walk through a certain way to see that he controlled what they see, down to, you know, the smells that are in certain areas to make you, you know, crave certain things, specific songs in certain areas to make you, like, there's all kinds of different, you know, psychology to everything. I've never been, but I've researched a lot on it just because it fascinates me, like having trash cans ever so many feet from wherever you are, and having poles colored a specific green color because your mind kind of ignores that color. It's pretty crazy.
And here's the thing, and I know we've talked about this, like in the Retail Mastery series. We've been talking about this, you know, all year. So you guys think about this all year long. These other companies have already spent millions, maybe hundreds of millions, maybe even billions of dollars studying the psychology of people, right? Walmart, all the big grocery stores, they have everything laid out in a way that is appealing to people. So really, throughout the year, just start picking up on these little cues, right? That they've already spent all the money learning how people think and how they shop. So you guys just take what they've learned and apply it to you. Disney Institute of Leadership, it goes in detail about it. There you go.
Gonna have to check that out.
Yeah.
When's the last time you guys went into a store on Black Friday?
Me?
It's been a few years
probably
now.
been about 40 years.
Probably because you're working on Black Friday normally, right?
Yeah, I don't ever remember going Black Friday
Oh, I
shopping
did.
for real. Did you?
Yeah.
Now I've got
Mhm.
family that are religious about it. Like I don't understand it, but that is the typical shopper. I mean, they take this stuff serious. They get up at 3 a.m., right? And they are hitting all the stores. And I'm like, man, that is just, I've already been to war. I don't want to go to war again. It just seems like a lot of stress, but that's who you guys are going to be, you know,
Dealing with.
that's who you want to come to your shop. So what
Well,
about you, Colt?
Yeah, I used to go all the time, back in my younger days, and it was back when it was more chaotic. These days they have it basically all week, so it's not really doesn't have as appeal as much anymore, and you can do so much online. So me and my wife were doing online shopping for Christmas last night, so
Mine
sitting
was
on the
always-
couch.
Yeah, mine was always when the new consoles came out on Black Fridays, you know, or they were dropping. So you're running out there trying to get the new Xbox and you're elbowing people. Last time I went was probably 15 years ago, and I got a lamp.
Wow.
The Christmas Story lamp.
Nice.
Oh, you just reminded me. I've got mine somewhere. The leg.
Fragile. Must be
For Chile. I
be
love that. When I worked at Sports South, I always took it up there during that time. People would look at me really weird. Like, it's Christmas.
Yeah. Oh,
That's really cool. Hey, so I do want to know, and Caleb's been really awesome and engaging. Do you guys have any horror stories? Like, what are some mistakes that you may have made and you're thinking, I will never, ever do that again because it was just it was a cluster. Is there anything that any of you guys out there can share that maybe help others that maybe walk into the same trap?
yeah.
Do you know of anything, Okie?
No, I'm interested. Besides what I see on news channels of that kind of crazy stuff.
Right. Right. Well, the main thing is you don't want to run out of whatever it is that you're enticing people to come in for. I think that's the biggest thing is don't over promote something and you've got 5 of them, because that will leave a bad taste in people's mouths. And if you did do that, or for some reason, you didn't get all the product that you thought you were going to get, maybe have, like Colt and Okie have been saying, a backup plan, and then a backup plan for that. Right? Because you don't want people to waste their time. It's Black Friday. They may be coming to you and not going to the place where they really wanted to go, but they're like, I really want this item though. So they could be missing out on all kinds of stuff if they walk in your store and you don't have the things that you have promoted and advertised.
Sense of urgency will sell too.
Yeah.
Like if you do have low stock of something, if you advertise it as low stock, yep.
Yeah. Yeah, it will.
Only
Just
4
don't-
left. You got 6. Oh, I think, let me go check in the back.
Let me go check.
Oh, we got one
Let me
more.
check real quick. Yeah. And if there's 3 people wanting it, just have a UFC cage set up and let them fight over it. It's even more of a draw. Right?
And then sell tickets to that event.
We are going to get everybody in trouble.
Oh,
What else?
Hey, first rule about Fight Club.
don't talk.
There is no Fight Club. I'm just joking.
Exactly.
I don't know that. I don't know it that well. Can anybody think of anything else? Here we go. Dave's got something. Put end dates
Yes.
on promotional tags, or you will be giving out that discount after the sale. That is brilliant, right?
Yeah.
Common sense, but it's brilliant because we're thinking we just want to sell right now, and then you could have 1,000 people show up and you're done. And Caleb says,
Yeah,
That
while
will
supplies last
create-
terminology.
"Yeah,
Yep.
that will create some urgency."
That's the doorbuster right there too. While supplies last, that gets some people there early and ready to go.
Mhm.
Caleb learned the hard way.
Yeah, because if you don't put that on there, people are going to say, "Hey, well, it was on your website as this,"
On
you
your
know,
website. Yeah.
or
You
it
gotta
came into
do
my
it.
email.
Well, and
It
then they'll
doesn't
be
say
like,
anything about while supplies last.
I need to special order this at this price. So yeah, yep.
It's all good stuff, man. And it's stuff that you very well could overlook because you're thinking strategically. You're thinking big picture. You're thinking, we got to get the sell. We got to move this product.
And
Not
you always
realizing.
want to know the best or trust the best in people too, that they're not going to be like that. But you know how people are. so
Man, I've learned, like, I'm shocked at what people are capable of. I'm just like, my mind, I've completely lost faith in humanity a few times in my life. And it really is sad, but you just have to be ready for that because people, and that's another thing maybe you guys think about, right? Don't leave anything out that people can trip over, right? Make sure that all your people are always looking on the floor, making sure nobody comes in and drops a grape, right? I worked in the grocery industry forever, and man, that stuff gets wild. Like they just want that payday, and they'll slip, fall, bang their head, whatever. So be thinking about that as well.
CYA,
What's that mean? You know how I don't like these.
cover your ass.
Oh, wow. Watch your
Nope,
language.
sorry. Live stream.
My uncle used to say, watch your damn language. What else do we have? So, it's not just Black Friday, right? And I know we are getting to wrap up if people are like, hey, I showed up for this. You guys suck. However, we do want to remind you that there's also Cyber Monday. Do you guys have any ideas for Cyber Monday, Colt? Or
Yeah, you could do, online only sales, you can do your in-store sales on Friday and online only sales. They're setting separate batch on Monday, and advertise those on Black Friday, even when people are coming in. It's like, hey, yeah,
Oh,
thanks for coming in. You know, we're going to have this on sale coming up on Monday. You know, check those out. Or if you're doing a weekend sale or something like that.
that's why it's vital to get that email. It's vital to get that email because Black Friday shoppers turn into Cyber Monday shoppers.
And
Because a promotion code for, you know, you buy something, you know, in store, you know, get a promotion code for the website and give you a, you know, $5 discount on your website for Cyber Monday only. Make sure it's set up to be, you know, only available for Monday or whatever.
I mean, that's a great idea too, because you're getting the traffic for them to come into the store to get that additional percentage off on Monday. So you're getting two sales off of one, basically.
Right.
Because I know from a consumer standpoint, you know, if somebody gives me, you know, a $5 coupon, you know, I'm going to go on, you know, their website more than likely. If it's a website, I usually browse that anyways or something. And I'm going to look and see if there's any deals and get that $5 off on top of the deal, or something like that. When in reality, I'd never planned on doing that. But I've done it more than one occasion. I can most guarantee you, because I just got an email. Hey, $5 off your, you know, your total order today or something like that.
One thing that I would really want to hit on too is you don't have to run the same specials, you know, for Black Friday as Cyber Monday. And actually, I would make sure they are different.
Yeah.
That way you're hitting all your targeted audiences. Maybe you do firearms and ammo one day, and on the other day you do apparel, hunting gear, and camping equipment. I mean, switch it up to keep the customers coming back. Don't throw all your sales on one day. Personally, I mean, you have, as Colt has said, as Joel has said, it used to be Black Friday. Now it's like they run it for the whole month, the whole week, for 2 months.
It's lost its, you know, sparkle.
Yep. So
to me, as a consumer.
Yeah, exactly. And that's why I would think, you know, do 12 days of Christmas or something instead, you know, just have a different promotion each day. So it does drive urgency. So they're like, oh, I can wait until Christmas and order this. That's how I would do it too.
Yeah, right now, to me, the only urgency as a consumer, my only urgency is getting it in before Christmas.
Yep.
Like, because I mean, the sales are going to be lasting for multiple days, so I'm not going to rush anything. Which if I'm not rushing, I'm not really impulse buying because I'm, you know, looking things out and everything. And as long as it's getting to me before Christmas, I'm really not that pressed for time. I mean, we did a handful of orders last night for Black Friday for Christmas, but it wasn't like, oh, I've got to get this in right now because, you know, I've got to get it, you know, whatever.
Yeah, it's got to be shipped. It's going to take 10 days to get here. All of this stuff.
Yeah, that's the main thing I'm looking at. Is, you know, is it going to get here in time?
Yeah,
but yeah,
you know, another thing that you could do is, there's Black Friday and Cyber Monday. And if it didn't go the way you wanted it to, and you still have some product and you know your margins and you're running those reports like old inventory or aged inventory, and you're like, you know what, we're going to do a Black Friday 2.0, right? Because you're going to catch those people that didn't maybe find something for that special someone on Black Friday or Cyber Monday, and they've been looking all week or all month. Just run that last Black Friday and literally just run it as Black Friday 2.0. What do they do Christmas in July, for crying out loud. Companies do that. Right. And I'm like, I don't get it, but it seems to work. That's why they're doing it. So maybe you guys can just.
The forgetful spouse day.
Could be. It could be. Yeah, it could be. And you could literally advertise it like that, make fun of it. You know, just, hey, I know you're probably disappointed in yourself, but we're going to help you out. Come on in and we'll make sure you got the perfect gift for your special someone.
I'd probably use that store a lot because I'm very last minute on those gifts, unfortunately.
And it does something, Okie, like you said, I would use that store a lot because it's resonating with you. The store is pointing out, hey, we're all human and
Yep.
we're here to help you out, you know, and just if you can humanize yourself and your store in that way, you'll see your sales increase all year long because these people will come to trust you.
Well, and I mean, that kind of just flows into everything, you know, humanization. When you have a customer, talking to a customer through email is way different than picking up a phone or face to face. So I still truly believe that brick and mortar is still the best way to go, getting those people to come in to trust you. Because not only now are you selling them retail, but you have them in front of you for services. So do you offer classes? Do you offer gunsmithing? You know, maybe that's another thing you can look at. Hey, come in. We do offer classes. You know, you want your son who's just old enough to start hunting to go through your hunter safety course. I mean, there's a lot of ways you can spin this too, as we talked about, just making it more personalized and resonating with specific audiences to draw that attention, such as, you know, beginner classes, our first time shooter packages, things of that nature.
Right. Good advice. And when they leave your store, they do turn into digital customers. So keep that in mind as well. But it is so special to have a place you can go, right? And humans you can interact with, because no matter how technologically advanced the earth gets, right, and all these magical tools, people still want that human connection. You know, it may be going away, but right now it's still there. People want that. And the more these technologies, you know, are bombarding them, they want that just human connection. So really, man, just when they walk in your shop, treat them like gold, you know, and obviously you're probably going to get burned a little bit because, you know, the customer's not always right, but you know, the majority of them could be, and at least make them feel like they are, so that they turn into long-term customers. Perception
is reality. That's what I've always known.
Perception is reality.
Yeah,
absolutely.
They might not be right, but with their perception, they are. So
yeah, and they have money, and you've got product, and you want to trade. So just do whatever you can. You know, be the bad guy. Whatever. I'm okay. We're wrong. Whatever. It will pay off because, you know, other customers will see that and they're like, those people are really, really nice to that jerk. You know, I kind of feel sorry for them. And then you got a lifelong customer. Anything else? I cannot believe we've gone this long, but I think we covered some good stuff. It was just a conversation. We didn't want to leave everybody hanging. This is our Super Bowl, Black Friday, Cyber Monday. And I just wanted to, you know, for Okie and Colt to maybe drop some nuggets for you guys to think about. Also that Webby, please go use that Webby. It's got everything that we've covered in all those Retail Mastery series, you know, scheduling, you know, breaks for employees, you know, margins. I mean, we covered a whole lot of stuff and it can help you, right? And I would just use that. And then I would absolutely, and maybe we'll cover this in another webinar, I'm not sure, but I think you should do an after action report, right? So sit down as close to Black Friday, Cyber Monday as you can, look at everything and say, what could I have done better? Because I promise you, the run up to Christmas, you're going to forget everything that you learned, and you're probably going to learn some really valuable lessons. So you just need to take those notes, really get that stuff down out of your head so that you can revisit it later, maybe for your Christmas in July. Right? You can say, hey, I'm going to try this because I really messed this up in December, November. I'm sorry, I'm losing my train of thought here.
Just brain dump. You know, to hit on that point too. Make sure you ask your employees, ask your boots on the ground too, if they have any suggestions. You know, firsthand, what was working for them, what wasn't working, what can you help to make their lives easier too next holiday season. So, you know, it's. As we just said, it's not always just your perception. Ask everyone else too. You know, they're going to have good nuggets of wisdom. Maybe they can help you find a better workflow. There's always room for improvement from both sides. So,
and just a little pro tip: if you're taking notes, right? This has nothing to do with Coreware. It's just using some common sense. You have a phone, right? And you have a notes app. You just hit the little transcribe button and then ask the question and have the person answer. It doesn't require a whole lot to take notes. I know it like used to, we'd have to sit down with pen and paper Now we can just record it and get that information. But we have to get it out as soon as possible. We do this every year, Colt, for SHOT, and we never really come together. Like, what did we learn this SHOT? I've taken notes, and then I've left the notes and gone on with my life. And it's really sad.
We need a SHOT Show GPT for all of us to enter in stuff.
That's what I'm talking about, man. Thank you so much. That's freaking brilliant, for real. We do need that. And you guys can have the same GPT for your Black Friday. Create a GPT. You've already started a conversation when you click on this Webby. Go back next year. It's going to remember everything you talked about. And then you can go back and say, hey, here are the things that worked. Maybe upload a sales report. Say, what can you tell me I need to do differently? And it will have more data to work with. So really good advice there, Colt. All right. So we're 56 minutes into this. Does anyone have any questions? I want to thank Caleb and Dave. You guys, awesome. Thank you so much for engaging. Who else is there? Linda, thank you for saying hello. Yep. And Inch, thanks for the nope. Walter, obviously, I'll be seeing you on my way to SHOT. So I can't wait. Walter they're doing some Humvees, and I am really tempted to get one of those Humvees. I told him, I'm like, man, I'd drive that to SHOT Show. And he's like, something like that. And he's like, no, that's something you'd want a trailer. And I'm like, well, I'll trailer it to SHOT Show every year. Wrap that freaking thing. It would really be cool. Who else is there? Is that everybody?
Francis.
David. Tree of Liberty. Thank you so much, David, for engaging. You guys, really, it means a lot when you guys engage, because we don't want to just talk into the wind. We want to do this for you, and the more feedback you give us, the more it puts our brains into drive, right? So we can start thinking, how can we help Caleb or Dave with these things? So we really appreciate your time, and we really appreciate your engagement. This is really awesome. What are you doing, Okie? Why are you laughing at me?
Sorry, the Grinch posted mildly inconvenient holiday to you all, so it made me laugh. I'm sorry.
Wow, Grinch, I'm not a fan of you. Oh, he had it. Walter, I'm not joking, man. I show that picture to everybody, and I'm like, dude, I am so tempted, because that slant back is sexy, absolutely. So do we have anything else? We're running up on an hour. I don't want to leave anybody hanging. If you guys have any last minute nuggets you want to drop, or if the audience out there has any last second questions, please put them out there.
Last minute nugget for you guys. I know it's going to be busy week, busy last few days, but remember to take the time, spend it with your families too. Enjoy that time. First year without my dad around, and that's kind of why I was a little hesitant earlier. I usually go hunting with him on Thanksgiving mornings. Not going to be able to do that this year. So take that time and just, really just spend that with your family too, and enjoy it.
Yeah, it's my first Christmas without my dad as well, and it is gut-wrenching, but I am going to absolutely make the best of it. This is going to be an epic year for you guys out there. I know we're going to have some success stories, and if you guys have done anything during this Black Friday or Cyber Monday and you're like, your mind's blown at what worked, I would love to have you on, and maybe we just do an after action report with you live with one of these webinars, and we can just kind of interview you and tell you, you tell us what worked, what didn't, and what you would do differently. That would be really cool.
That would be excellent.
Any last minute?
Yeah. Man, you threw me all off.
Sorry.
Yeah, definitely.
It's the mostest.
Just the mostest. No, I would just say that, like I said, kind of keep in mind family time, be thankful for the ones around you. And just enjoy life, enjoy the time. We're not all promised tomorrow. So I think, focus on the hand. Things are going to go wrong. Things are going to go crazy. but I think we're going to have a good season. Also, just a tidbit: we will have people around for emergencies. Looking tomorrow, eyes on, and then on Black Friday, of course, we will be working. At least most of us. So we'll be full staffed on Friday for Black Friday. So if you do run into any issues, feel free to give us a shout. But hopefully everybody has a wonderful Thanksgiving.
Yeah,
And
you
we'll
guys
see you
are
on the next
not.
one.
Yeah, you're not alone. Go ahead.
Sorry. Most importantly, go Cowboys. Sorry. Go ahead.
And you guys are not alone out there. We are literally here to make sure that you survive and thrive. And we're so thankful that you've joined us today. And we hope you have a happy Thanksgiving. And more importantly, go Chiefs.
Happy Thanksgiving, everyone.
Happy Thanksgiving, everybody.
Can't wait to see you again. We'll probably see you next week. I don't know. We'll probably do something, right?
I'm sure.
Maybe.
Okay.
There's been-
We need to
there's
do a
been some updates.
specific one. We need to do a specific webinar on pennies because that could be a
Oh.
huge deal.
Okay, yeah, we could do that.
So look out for the penny webinar coming up.
Abraham who?
Abraham, who?
Yeah.
When you did that, I was like, man, that is so disrespectful. Let's enjoy this little Christmas song.
Now the countdown's close, it's crystal clear. With Corware's magic to light the sleigh, Black Friday's on its way. So polish up those pages, make the checkout shine. Inventory's humming, everything's in line. A little preparation brings the joy your way. Success is singing your name today.
No one here today.
The clicks are ringing like jingle bells. The traffic's flowing, the story tells of retailers ready. Come what may, 'cause Corware paved the way. No need to fret or fear the night, you've done your work. Your aim is right, from the poise to the side display. Corware keeps the gremlins away. Oh, tidy up those listings, check your price parade. Test your promos early, let the plans be laid. When the shoppers gather, they'll be here to stay. 'Cause your system's smooth as Santa's sleigh. So here's to the season, to joy and cheer, to every dealer who's persevered. With tools that sparkle, you lead the way. Black Friday's on its way. Yes, Corware's got your back today. Black Friday's on its way.
Thank you so much.
That's
Thank you.
nice.
I'm sorry. I was looking over here. There's no camera there. Thank you guys so much. We'll see you in the next one.
Later.
Later.